So we got breaking news in the NFL. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, now former offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, has accepted the job to take on the head coaching position with the Chicago Bears. He travels across division and now will be coaching Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. So let's look at this. What also has been reported is that he's been offered a $13 million per year contract by the Chicago Bears, which is a very competitive offer. Was about a couple off season ago. A lot of people were talking about that's what his agent around $12 million was asking for, which at the time when it was just his first cycle of being a hot head coaching prospect seemed like a lot, but he's proved himself to be worthy of possibly $13 million. I think that would be make him the highest paid coach for first time head coach. Also, there's reports that him and Dennis Allen will be linking up as the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. It's yet to be seen whether he'll be calling plays in Chicago, who his office coordinator be. Obviously, everything is just breaking right now. My reaction to this news is this is a great hire for the Chicago Bears. You lessen a division rival to hopefully improve you and your young emerging quarterback. There was a lot of reports that Ben Johnson was looking at going to the Las Vegas Raiders, which me personally did not make any sense because that is probably the second worst job in this cycle. And I would say the worst job is probably the Saints, just because of cap space, talent, quarterback. And so with the Raiders job, you're going against Patrick Mahomes twice a year, Justin Herbert twice a year, and Bo Nix and Sean Payton and company twice a year. So it's a very tough division that is ran by the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chicago Bears is also a tough division. I mean, Chicago played pretty well to start the year. There's some talent on that roster for sure. I don't think it's going to take a crazy turnaround. But that division is pretty loaded. I mean, with the Lions winning 15 games and the Vikings winning 14 games, and then the Packers winning about, I want to say 10, 11 games. It's a stacked division, but obviously Ben Johnson knows that, and he's been game planning against it. So it should be interesting to see how they continue to roll this offseason and build an offensive line for one, and maybe making a few moves here and there. But now let's talk about what does this mean for the Las Vegas Raiders, who they thought that this was in the bag. Maybe they just didn't have enough money because they're still paying John Gruden, they're still paying Josh McDaniels, and they're going to be still paying AP. So they're still paying a lot of coaches. So who do they target next? Like, who's the big name? I'm thinking Joe Brady, maybe a Todd Monken from the offense coordinator for the Raiders, Joe Brady, the offense coordinator for the Bills. You got Liam Cohen, the offense coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Also, then the Jags. Who do the Jags look at? These were the two teams that were really looked at as possibly being front runners for Ben Johnson's signature. And there is reports that Robert Saleh will be going in for his second interview with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's an emerging thing there. So the first domino has fallen, or the second. Mike Vrabel took the job with the Patriots, but we kind of all knew that. But the first big domino has fallen, and Ben Johnson has selected the Detroit Lions. We shall see how the rest is impacted.